Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Study With Me video. So I woke up pretty late today and I was greeted first thing with Berlioz crying outside my door.
Hey Berlie!
So I'd gone to bed a bit later the night before, so I decided to just let my body sleep in a bit, and the first thing I did was obviously play with Burley, but he wasn't really up for cuddling and kisses that morning, well, at least being picked up, but he did eventually give in because he loves a good tummy rub and stroke, as every cat does, and then he tried to look at himself in the mirror. It was quite amusing. So I was very kindly sent these products from the Matcha Reserve, which I have spoken about before on my channel. They'd sent me some matcha teas to try, and they have sent me 3 more of their products. So I decided to have one of their teas this morning. They'd sent me a matcha chocolate, a hair conditioning tea, and this matcha collagen one, which I tried today. You guys know that I'm not really a big tea or coffee person. I don't drink tea or coffee usually, but as I'd been sent these products from the Matcha Reserve, I thought that I would try them and tell you what I think. I thought it was tea. It tasted like green tea, I think, this matcha collagen one, but I thought it would be really good for my skin anyway. So this one just came in a sachet. As you saw, I just had to tip in the powder, pour in some boiling water, I stirred it a bit, and then I sat down and tried it when it was cool enough to do so. I normally burn my tongue on teas. I let my mum try it, and she's not really a big herbal tea, green tea fan, but she thought that it was okay and that she would drink it, but I think she still prefers her standard tea or coffee. I will try the others, the hair conditioning one and some of the matcha chocolate, which I might add to some smoothies or something, I don't know, or make a matcha hot chocolate. That would be really nice. I did add some soy milk to this after I drank about half of it, just to see what it tasted like, to see if it made it a bit creamier, which it did. And yeah, I mean, I'd have it with or without any plant-based milks, but I suppose it's all personal taste. And so yeah, thank you to the Matcha Reserve for those. And now guys, we are on the train because we were going up to London today. So my sister had an appointment and myself and my mum were going along with Emily. So I took some work with me to do on the train. I thought that instead of just sitting and looking on my phone for half an hour whilst we were on the train, I thought it would be more productive and a more beneficial use of my time to just go through some notes. So I was looking at these revision notes that I'd made from cell and developmental biology, and I was just going through them and trying to actually learn some of the stuff, because it's gotten to the stage in my revision when I need to actually start trying to learn it, to memorize it for exam purposes. So I was trying to go through these. I just brought my pencil case with me, my folder with all my work in, and some plain paper to take some rough notes on as I was revising. And yeah, this is me frantically trying to pack my stuff up as we arrive in the station. And of course I brought with me a banana for a snack whilst I was waiting for Emily in her appointment, because I knew that I would get hungry obviously, and it's not a surprise that I bring with me a banana. We then had to get on the tube to go to where we were getting to in London, and I did decide to just try and drill some of my notes that I'd learned on the train, just to quickly flip back through some of the key points on the tube. We weren't on for that long, so I didn't manage to actually properly read something, but I was just trying to drill something into my head, as I just said, because revision's all about going over and over in something until you actually remember it, which is sometimes quite difficult to do, but it is the only way that you're going to learn something ultimately. You can always make use of your time when you're out and about, and that is what I was trying to do today, because this morning was a lot about travelling and going up to London, so I thought this would be a great use of my time. And here we are. So it came around to lunchtime after we'd done the stuff we needed to in London, and the truth is, I was actually going to London, tagging along with Emily and Mum, because I knew that they were going to Pereza afterwards. My mum was not going to come home from London without going to this new 100% vegan pizza place called Pereza.
Yes, I know!
Come on, let's go. I'm in. There was originally only one of these restaurants in the UK, which was in Brighton, but it has now come to London in Camden, which is where we were today. So it is, as I said, 100% plant-based, and they basically serve a range of pizzas as well as some other dishes, but they mainly focus on pizzas, and these are the best I have ever had. and I just cannot believe they are 100% vegan. You would not be able to tell the difference. So yeah, there is Emily, you know, showing off that we're in Pereza. This is the menu. They do a range of drinks and smoothies. If you're a student like me, then you get 10% discount, which is amazing. They do a whole range of dishes. Kids do eat for free as well. And yes, hashtag plant pioneers. Emily was super happy, especially because it was such a miserable day raining outside in the UK. This just made our day so much better.
So we're gonna get some pizza. We're gonna some pizza, huh? Yes, honey. How'd you feel, Mum? Oh, can't wait.
So I don't normally like drinking coconut water just on its own. We normally have this Coco Loco one at home, but I tried some fresh coconut water in the restaurant and oh my goodness, it is amazing when it is fresh. I honestly loved this coconut water, and I don't usually like it at home, but I think it was because this was fresh out of a whole coconut. It was just so good, and my straw kind of broke and disintegrated, so I just had to like get the last bit out by drinking straight through the hole, but it was great. It felt so good to have a whole coconut. I've never done that before. And now for the main event, my friends, the 3 pizzas that we'd ordered. We each got a different topping and we each got a different base. So mine was hemp, my sister's was gluten-free, my mum got a whole wheat one. My sister's was literally the prettiest pizza I have ever seen. It was this pesto manifesto one. Mine had tofu on and some smoked beetroot. My mum's had artichokes on it. I can't remember what the exact name was, but they all were divine, my friends. These pizzas are honestly insane. All the cheeses are made from nuts and made directly in the restaurant itself.
We opened our coconut.
Try it, honey, try it.
The restaurant also cracked open our coconut so that we could get some of the coconut meat inside so we didn't waste it. And I've never had the meat from a coconut directly before. I usually don't like it, but this stuff was also amazing. I had so many food revelations today. And of course, what else does Holly do with coconut?
The babes I never had. Mother like daughter.
So I don't know about you, but this is what we get up to in a restaurant when we're waiting for our desserts to come. Because yes, we did order dessert as well because we were like, why not? We have to try what the dessert menu is like as well. So this was their Oreo hazelnut chocolatey pizza. Oh my goodness.
Go on.
Whilst I was very badly attempting to try and cut the pizza, we were greeted by this tiny little ball of fluff because the restaurant is dog friendly as well, which is amazing. So this dog, which was the owner's dog, came up to us and it was so cute. I didn't actually get to stroke it because I was too busy trying to cut this Oreo pizza, which went completely wrong.
How you doing, honey?
I'm still cutting.
You'll be glad to hear that my mum did eventually take over from me cutting the pizza because I was doing a very bad job, and after we'd shared it out between us, we basically tuck into our desserts. This Oreo hazelnut pizza was honestly amazing. Again, I cannot explain to you how good Pereza's food is. My mum also ordered this tiramisu dessert as well because she wanted to try it. It was 100% raw, I think, which was insane as well. I obviously tried it. I'm not a big coffee fan, but I like to give these new things a go when I'm out in restaurants. And okay, jump back to home. So we got back home after we got the train, and I took my hair out of space buns because it was hurting my head, so my hair went pretty curly. And then I decided to throw on my onesie to be a bit comfier whilst I was going to start some revision for that afternoon, because we'd got back mid-afternoon, I'd say. I had a load of water to drink and then I got straight to work. I was just going to do some of these practical questions that we've been sent by our supervisor, but I can't even open the file that has been emailed to me, so I'm just like, well, I can't do that then, can I? So annoying. And I still haven't got a new hair bubble, so just gonna have to deal with this. So even if it gets to that point in the day when it's the mid-afternoon and you feel as if you haven't done that much work, because as I've shown you, I had a very slow morning and I just did some revision on the train and the tube, which wasn't actually that much. So we can often just negate the rest of the day, but in actuality, that is a lot of time that you can still use to revise. So I decided that I would get my head down and do some intense revision sessions, which is what I was doing now. Oh, revelation. GTP. That was me just having a little revelation. Sometimes when you're going through things and paying a lot of detail, you realise that you didn't actually understand something before, and now it makes complete sense when it suddenly clicks into place. So I will often talk to myself as well. As I've told you before, when I'm writing my essays, I'm talking to myself, and when I'm revising as well, I talk to myself quite a lot. So they contain many genes, and they also contain tRNA genes. Initiates within an egg. So this is your DNA. 5'3 prime. This is your promoter. Whilst you are watching me revising as well, you may as well hit that like button, and also please put a thumbs up if you would like to find out the ways in which I actually go about memorizing things and learning it. Yes. What do you think?
Oh, you're working in the light on, huh?
That probably happens at the same time every day. My mum will come to my room, she'll find me almost in the dark because I've forgotten to turn the light on, and she will turn it on for me because I'm just sitting there working and the sun is setting. So now with the light actually on, I moved on to making some flashcards and adding some key points to flashcards, which I was making at this point. As you can see, again, can you see the key theme here, people? I am using plain paper. Well, actually it is plain card, and if you've been paying attention then you will have seen that I've, yes, cut them out and made them myself. And sometimes revision can just send you a tad crazier than you are already. Where's my milker? I need milker in my life. This is my cow onesie, and obviously if you know Milker, my cat, we actually match. I need Milker, literally, because we match when we are in our onesies. When I have finished scribbling all over a piece of paper, I will chuck it away in the bin, which is what I was doing.
Chloroplasts. Right.
Yep, so we've now moved on to looking at the chloroplasts, which is part of this topic that I was learning about. It was about the biogenesis of chloroplasts and mitochondria, if you wanted to know exactly. My mum was coming in and out, so I wasn't just talking to myself this time, I was actually talking to an actual person other than myself. And now what I was doing was just putting on a timer, because sometimes I will put on timers just so that I don't feel a bit more under pressure, but I just stop when I need to and I can move on to something else. Otherwise I could just work and work and work and forget about the time. So yes, I will sometimes use timers when I'm revising, and I find it does actually really help me. I was just finishing off revising that bit of the topic, making a few more flashcards to try and help me remember some things, and that is what happened with revision that early evening. But yes, do let me know, like this video, comment down below if you would like to see how I make flashcards and using different revision techniques, as I keep mentioning, but that will really help me. I don't think I want to put on a flashcard the difference between a mule and a hinny, but it was in the notes, so I might want to write in an essay what a mule and a hinny is, maybe. Fact of the day, fact of this video: a mule is I've just learnt this, a female horse crossed with a male donkey, and then a hinny is the other way around, so it is a male horse with a female donkey. Did I get that right? Yes, I did. I don't think that's worthy of going on a flashcard. After I'd finished doing that, I filed my stuff away in my big folder, which was completely overflowing. My 3 folders at this point in the year are so full, I need to get new ones or start separating things a bit more. But I then decided to do some notes from this topic on biology of disease, which I wanted to get done. So it was part of our natural sciences extension course, which I mentioned in my vlogs. As natural scientists, we do this extension course in biology of disease, whereas the vets and the medics stop the course now. Timer. Stop. I got halfway through those notes and then I decided to stop to take a break, so I did some stretching and I did a bit of a workout. This was at about 8 o'clock, I think. Oh, my music's gone off. Oh. This yoga mat which I'm using is something that I got quite recently for Christmas actually. It is a thick grey one, which I honestly think is really good because it's a lot softer than my other one, and I just use it to do yoga on, to do some stretching, which I was doing after I'd finished the main bulk of my workout in my room. I usually work out downstairs in one of our rooms because my bedroom itself is a bit small to do a full-on workout in, so I just normally go downstairs or I'll go on a run or a cycle, but today I just did it inside. Anyway, I finished off with a bit of yoga-y stuff. I did some headstands and I'm still practicing with my wardrobe because I haven't actually done it in a while, and I'm really still scared of falling over backwards and landing on my back, if you know what I mean. I'm not really that great at going upside down and all that gymnastic-y stuff, but we give it a shot anyway and we test our balance, which I like to do. After that there was a queue for the shower, so I just decided to finish off the notes I was doing before. The topic specifically, because I know you guys like to know what I'm looking at, was about the development of the human immune system. So I thought this topic was really interesting actually because it's part of the extension course, so the topics are a bit more out there, a bit more non-conventional, but it's a nice addition I suppose, even though it's a lot more information. It's very exciting to learn about, I suppose you could put it that way. So yes, here is me using, you know, plain paper. Where's my plain paper squad? We are just taking notes as usual. There is a video on my channel. So I just wanted to show you my amazing diagram of a fetus. Look at that. I mean, this is supposed to be this, but I didn't really want to spend hours drawing it, so I just made the fetus look like a sausage, and I think it turned out great. Woo! Look at that. It's a cute one, isn't it? I thought it was a really cute little fetus. After I'd had my shower, I basically then grabbed my flashcards, went downstairs to have something to eat, and then I was going to go to bed.
I'm taking you downstairs with me. Matthew, what are you talking to me about?
Oh hi, it's nice to see you revising. Want to do some last minute flashcards? Revision is calling your name. No answer.
No! Yeah!
What is that? I guess that's how some people feel about revision. So, while some people may not like flashcards, I think they're great because you can take them wherever. I was just going to look at some before I went to bed, but it turned out that my sister came and I was just going to talk to her for a bit instead.
Why are you still looking at me now? You want to play flashcards with Holly? No.
So I'd finished my teeth, I'd spoken to my sister, and I came upstairs, and the thing that I did just before I went to bed was make a to-do list for the next day, which I thought would be useful so that I could just get straight up and get on with what I needed to, and that was basically my day of studying. Thank you as always for watching this video, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please like it if you did and comment down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe, and of course I will speak to you in my next video. Oh, and last thing, if you are in London and you want somewhere to eat, please do check out Pereza. Bye!